University, and under the dome today, we have a terrific clash in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run it from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Richardson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Catch in the middle, it's Booker. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
He'll take it on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Cook. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. grab behind the line. It's Cook. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll try the right side. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapse the pocket on that play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. But you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They punted away on fourth down. All the way back to the 15. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Looking for space. It's James. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The screen. He can go. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Holds and fires complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Tulsa, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. To the air, it's Hayes. And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. On the option. Just a little off. Incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Green 25.
They'll go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kips. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. we get another look at this Tulsa offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Golden Hurricane to the line, facing second and short. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tulsa trying to move the chains on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Presley. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is. And the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
The Golden Hurricane needing a huge chunk play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's James. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
To the ground. He's got it again. 10 to the 8.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Looking for room, it's James. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Orange.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20 to nothing. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21 to nothing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Fires it. And that one's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Richardson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's James. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away.
Syracuse 28, Tulsa 0.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
First and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To the air, it's Hayes. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a gap. It's Willis. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Easy.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It's Richardson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Grab near the marker, it's Booker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Tulsa moved the chains by keeping it on the ground. They might go right back to it here. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.